Hello guys, once again it's Matt and today we have another video. So yeah, today we're flying out the Su-25. Let's thank our members, Overland 11B for being the full crew member. All the Fox Spam members, thank you, it helps a lot. Fish Spam members, subscribe to get the notifications, click the little bell icon and let's get into it. So today we are flying out the Su-25, the normal Tech 3 variant. It's the initial variant of the Su-25. And yeah, it is a very good aircraft. It was so good that in the first day of the patch they already changed the BR for 9.7, and to be honest it's probably going to be even higher in the future. I think it's just such a good aircraft in dogfights and everything. I would like to show this game first. So I was actually trying to bomb some stuff because I actually use this aircraft as an attacker, but my team just died. So yeah, I just got mixed into a dogfight, okay, against 4 guys. So that was pretty complicated, you know. And as you're going to see, it can defend itself very well, especially if the guys that are trying to kill you, they're not careful with the dogfight abilities of these. So as you see here, F4C obviously doesn't have flares. So first kill there. 3 enemies to go. One of these mirages, obviously, as you see right here, it's not going to be able to to not die for that. F4C coming up. The F4C was actually doing the right thing there. It was trying to like do a kind of a boom and zoom to me, but it was just I mean, the R60M is just too good, as you're going to see in a bit. So, and then I pulled it up for a raid fight here. So I decided to not shoot at that guy because it was too far away. And an F5C ended up coming to the fight as well. The Milan was far away, which was good for me. And yeah, 3 enemies. So yeah, I still have 3. We had 5, but now we have 3. The F4C is coming up for a head-on, as you see. I just wait for the good luck on the R60M. Fire the missile, continue the raid fight. Another kill, F4C down. And just continue the raid fight. As I said, as you see, the Mirage 3 is losing all of its energy. The F5C is losing all of its energy as well. You have to think that these R95 SH engines, they are MiG-21's radar, okay, engines. They are 2 R13 engines without the afterburner. So they are very strong engines. I mean, you have basically more than 80, I think it's 88 kilonewtons of force or something like that. It's a pretty good power for such an engine. And yeah, you have a lot of flares and stuff. I'm just pre-flaring if the guy is actually doing anything. And yeah, the GSH-30 man -2, it's the best gun in the world, man. It's just, for me, it's the best gun in the game right now. It's such a good gun. It's so easy to use. You just have a little bit. It's precise. The rate of fire is amazing. The muzzle velocity is amazing. I wish it had more ammo, but it's just, oh my god. I wish every Russian aircraft had that gun. This gun. It's just, oh my god. It's so good. It's so good. You have no idea how good it is, man. But yeah, and then I pull the raid fight again against the F5C, which is a dangerous thing. I mean, the F5C is a very good aircraft in a raid fight, but eventually I will end up winning him because of that. Look at this. I'm winning step by step. I'm winning by a little bit and a little bit. He's close, so I just have to keep pulling. If another guy came to the fight, I would probably be dead, but I don't know what happened to that Milan. I was not paying attention because due to the dogfight. So yeah, a 1v5 that became a 1v1. So must be something. This aircraft is just, it's, I mean, it's the best CAS aircraft in the game, in my opinion. It's way better than the A10 in my opinion, just because of its performance. It has its problems. Obviously, it doesn't have TV guided stuff, and you feel the problems with that, especially in simulator and if you are trying to ground attack, you know. And on ground RB as well, it's really hard sometimes if there is too many AA systems. But still, it's the performance of this aircraft is just too good, man. It's fast, it turns well, it's light and nimble at the same time that it's like strong, you know. So it is a very, very good aircraft. It has a lot of flares, R60Ms, everything is perfect in this aircraft. So yeah, the F5 there turned around, go for the head-on, and you should not go in a head-on against a Su-25. So yeah, that was a 1v5 that I won, so pretty good, pretty good. And then we have a couple of games just with ground striking. Striking some ships in this one, and in the other one some convoys in RRB. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the aircraft itself. So like we did in the Mirage 2000, you know. So obviously it doesn't have a radar, doesn't have a radar missiles, anything like that. It is a CAS aircraft, you know. It has, as I said, it has two R95 SH engines, which is basically an R13 engine from the MiG-21 and various other aircraft, you know, like the Su-25 and stuff like that, but without the afterburners. So it is a very, very strong aircraft. It's engine. It's a turbojet, very powerful, but it produces a lot of heat. Okay, even without the afterburners, they produce a lot of heat. As you see, 700 and something, almost 800 degrees Celsius. So it is a very, very hot engine. Okay, so this makes it so that the AIM-9L and MatAWGs and stuff like that, if they are being fired on a cold aspect to you, you know, just be careful, because the engine produces a lot of heat. So take out the power and drop a lot of flares. Okay, you have the small flares, not the big ones, so you have to drop a lot of them. In this BR, since we don't have many um, you know, radar guided stuff, I'm not using Chef, just flare reinforce it to make sure that we avoid the the IR missiles, you know. And yeah, instead of any type of sensor, something like that, it has a laser designator slash laser rangefinder on the nose that can be used to range find the distance between the aircraft and the ground, the same way as in the MiG-27, Su-17, MiG-23BN, stuff like that. And with that, you have CCIP, CCRP for the guns, rockets, bombs, everything, you know. But also, due to the power of the laser, it can actually designate targets as a laser designator, you know, for the laser guided ammunition. So as you see here, I'm attacking some ships, the loft there for the KH-29. Pretty cool. I wish some air-to-air missiles did that, like the Super 530 and the Phoenix. But yeah, so it guides the laser guided stuff. So this, it's the only guided ammunition that you can have. It's the laser guided stuff. So the KH-25ML, KH-25, KH-29L, and the S-25L as well, which it is a problem, you know. Due to that, you have to really get close to the target to actually kill it. So AA systems can be your enemy sometimes, okay? So just be careful with that. And even though it's a very, very powerful missile, yeah, it's hard to find targets, to be honest. To destroy the targets is pretty easy, but the problem is to find targets, because you don't have any sensor or any type of camera that you can actually zoom and stuff like that. So normally in air to ground, I would normally just use the, especially in ground RB, I would just use the S-25s, okay? I think they are the best missiles out there to do that, because you don't have to like pay attention to them. And use the S-25O, I think it's the best one, because it kind of has a proximity fuse and explodes above the earth, which makes it to have a lot more splash damage, okay? Normal rockets, obviously the S-13 can be very effective. The S-8 is one of the best rockets because you can take a lot of them. As you see on this gameplay, I'm taking 8 pods of S-8s, so to kill this convoy, and I destroyed the entire convoy. So yeah, it's pretty good, and amazing dogfighter, amazing aircraft, amazing CAS. It can take a punch, you know. I'm going to make a proper video on the future on it, but it can take stingers and it doesn't mind too much. You can take some 30mm shots, 20mm shots, and it's just going to be alright, to be honest. Eventually it will go down, but it is an aircraft that has a lot of potential to take hits and not die. Okay, it's a very strong aircraft. Has a lot of titanium around the aircraft, around the engine, around many parts. So yeah, it's an amazing aircraft. I cannot say how much I love this aircraft. Obviously, I'm kind of biased because this is my favorite cast aircraft, and even though I like the A-10, I just have to say that I enjoyed flying this a little bit more, you know. So yeah, the weaponry is like that. Obviously, It can go a little bit faster than most CAS aircraft, so it goes to about 1,050 kilometers per hour generally. But you have to be careful, okay? Because these engines are very strong, maybe even too strong for this fuselage, which makes it kind of a problem sometimes. It's not that strong because you can take the power. It's best to have the power than to not have it. But the problem with it is that it is fast, okay? And with that you can break wings and you can do over Gs and stuff like that. So be careful, okay? While turning and stuff like that. I would advise every time you go into a dogfight just to drop all of your weapons, okay? It has a bug right now that you cannot drop the rockets if you drop everything else, the rocket pod, so it's kind of weird, but it's probably going to be fixed soon, so don't mind that. But it's just something that you have to be careful, okay? And negative Gs obviously as well, you have to be careful, especially in simulator. I broke my wing once in a very weird manner, so just be careful with some kind of Gs, you know. Normally with the positive Gs it's just going to be fine. And yeah, it is obviously a sluggish aircraft compared to most fighters, okay? Don't expect to be nimble like a MiG-21. It is a very sluggish aircraft, obviously. It is an attacker. But in a raid fight, as you saw on the first clip, you can win even against the most powerful aircraft in this BR. Like the F5C. So just trust in the flaps, okay? The flaps can be opened very soon, like 600 you can already be opened. And the combat flaps will help you a lot in a raid fight, okay? Just pick up the raid fight, and if you are facing a slower aircraft that turns better, like the A-10, the A-10 can turn better than this, but it has less energy than you. Make sure to just use your energy. Try to like do a kind of a boom and zoom kind of tactic, and you will be fine, okay? So yeah, it's an aircraft that, to be honest, it's probably one of my favorite aircraft in the game right now, together with the MLD and the Mirage 2000 also. It's very, very fun. But it's just such a cool aircraft, you know. I'm going to make more videos on it. I really wanted to fly on the RRB. And on ground RB as well, but in ground RB the matches are very weird right now with the drones and stuff like that, and I will wait a little bit to make a video using this Su-25 on ground RB, okay? But yeah, it's a very, very cool aircraft, man. It's an iconic aircraft, right? But yeah, guys, basically this is it for the video, and I hope you enjoyed, and I see you guys on the next one. So bye, guys, see ya.